On Thanksgiving, my sister looked directly at me and said, "Who wants to know my secret?" I got really excited because I had a much bigger secret. My sister is, always has been, and always will be an evil psycho. She's always had it out for me ever since I was born, and she tried to smother me when I was 2 weeks old. When my mom caught her doing it, she said that she was just playing a game. There were several times throughout my life where her actions lived on the edge of murder and play. She used to spread rumors about me in high school that I was a creepy perv with girls just so I wouldn't get a girlfriend. It worked. My first girlfriend was in college, in another state across the country. Whenever she says that she's got a secret, it's not going to be good. That's why I'm really glad that I know exactly what her secret is, and I have one hell of a response for it. My sister said, "I found one of my little brother's diaries, and as any good sister does, I read every word, and man, oh man, did I learn a lot." Now, any normal parents would say, "That's not a cool thing to do to your brother." Not my parents. They couldn't wait to hear what I had written in this journal. My mom said, "Wait, let me refill my wine for this." And my dad said, "Ooh, I want to hear every juicy detail." I looked at my subpar family and thought, how did I end up with these numbskulls? My sister opened up to the first page and read, "I've always had a crazy crush on Leia, but she doesn't know I exist." My parents laughed as if my pain was hilarious. This was my old journal, and I wrote years and years of my deepest feelings and thoughts, and these morons were using it for their cheap entertainment. My sister read the very best quotes from the diary out loud. It was lines like, "I wonder what kissing a girl actually feels like. I kind of want to have a wet dream, but I cannot let my sister find out. I hope Sarah says yes to be my prom date." Sarah called me a perverted loser. That one hurt to hear out loud because it wasn't even close to the truth. My jerk parents and evil bitch of a sister laughed so hard that my mom snorted wine out of her nose, and my dad laughed so hard that a fart split his pants. I had enough of hearing my middle school and high school memories of pain. It was time to get to the heart of the matter. I said, "Why don't you flip through to the very last page, sis?" She did and found a closed envelope that was taped to the page. I said, "You should open that up and read it out loud." My sister was curious, and my parents were still laughing at my expense. My sister opened it up and said, "This is a DNA test." The air in the room got sucked out. The laughing quickly stopped, especially from my mom. My sister read a name from the envelope. "Jack Burns, who's that?" I chimed in after my parents stayed eerily quiet. I said, "I'm so glad you asked, sis. Or should I call you half sis?" That's when my mom's eyeballs bulged so far out of her skull, she became a Looney Tunes character. I continued, "Jack Burns is your real father. Mom cheated on dad exactly 23 years ago. The awesome part about this is me realizing right now that dad didn't know." My dad's rage was indescribable. My mom's face was ghostly white, and the mixture of sadness and confusion in my evil sister's face was pure joy to witness. My dad finally turned and asked my mom, "Is this true?" My mom's tears told him what he needed to know. As she stayed eerily quiet, everything my sister thought she knew about her life was completely shaken. She said, "How could you? How could you hurt us like this?" I responded, "This is nothing compared to what you've all done to me my entire life. I mean, you're lucky that I didn't become a serial killer." There was a knock at the door. I lit up and said, "And by the way, your bio dad flew all the way from Texas to join us for Turkey Day. Who's excited to meet him?" I know I am. My mom literally grabbed her coat and ran out of the back door. My dad ran in the opposite direction. My sister broke down and ran away as well. I'm not even sure where she went. I answered the door for good old Jack and said, "Welcome to our home. I hope you brought your appetite because there's tons of uneaten turkey." My dad divorced my mom, and ever since that night, my sister never came after me or insulted me again. They were all terrified of me, and I liked it that way.